Dad, before I was born, so in 1952 he joined the Kinsman Club. And in 53 or 54 he was a member of the Kinsman Club when the association came to them and said, basically, our children have no schools. They're not being supported by the public school system.
Shortly after that time, we agreed to try and build a New Dawn school.
We raised money by selling bricks door to door. And when I say bricks, they were kind of a paper brick that we sold, and that's how we raised the first money. You must remember in those days there was little or no money coming from the government. So all the money had to be raised locally, and that was the Kinsman job.
What the public perception was during those years, it was very much segregated, or I'm not too sure I want to get too close, and there wasn't a real knowledge of the level that a person with a disability could rise to when given the opportunity.
I was on the committee that purchased 108 Sydney Street South, and we purchased it from Standard Radio, and we looked at it, and that was a huge building, far, far greater than what we thought we needed at that time, and we sort of looked at that and said, well, we need something to last us 15 years. Well, that was how many years ago that was.
The training center at 108 Sydney Street ended up being a pivotal space that served us for far more than 15 years. We worked on contracts with Air Canada, Schneider's, the University of Guelph, and more. The training center was host to many dances and parties over the years, none more iconic than the annual TC Idol competition.
We started early learning at a very early stage in 72, when doors were being shut on families, because if you had a developmental disability, you weren't necessarily allowed in the door. Well, that quickly changed, and I think today, of course, today we're experts in that area.
The Developmental Center became ADS, Adult Developmental Services, which eventually became Always Doing Something. We even ended up putting in an urban garden at the back of the building.
I guess the biggest event that I remember is when they did start opening group homes. Back in 81, I think it was, or 82, 81 or 82 in there.
The David Fisher residence out in Herbsville, I remember the opening of that. So we kind of expanded from just basically giving the developmentally challenged a place to go during the day to basically serving the children more and starting to provide them residences.
The number of properties owned by KW Hab grew through the 1980s and 1990s, and inclusive living became the program with the greatest number of staff. Today, we support more than 150 people in our inclusive living program. As we continued to grow and expand, the need for a new building arose. In 2014, we opened 99 Ottawa Street South on the site of an old parking lot. It became home to our main administration office, KW Career Compass, Early Learning, The Vibe, and even a cafe. We continued to work with the people we support to build and create programs that they wanted and needed.
KW Habilitation Services is one of those unique organizations that has and does change. It's a dynamic community. It's a dynamic organization that has to be nimble to meet that.
If you don't have people with vision, and if you don't have people that are willing to take a risk, then I don't think we would have done all the things that we have done to date.
When we opened our first affordable housing building in 2018 and tore down the training center, this signified a new chapter for us at KW Hab. One about neighbors helping neighbors, a journey to belonging where choice and inclusion continue to be at the forefront of everything we do, and the people we support are the reason why we do it.